you ever just like wearing pants and then suddenly you just get itchy, like under the pants for like no fucking reason? Oh, sorry, did not realize.
Unrelatable.
Unrelatable.
I picked the mic.
You peaked the mic, is that what you said?
Yes,
Okay,
that was
that
funny.
was bad. Hmm, I forgot how pretty this is already. I love it. Oh, Jesus. I'm already yawning a lot.
You should have taken a nap.
No. Feels so wrong to just do that in the middle of the day.
Naps
Like,
are good.
no. I would rather be awake during the night where I can be aware of my surroundings rather than during the day.
But that's a trauma response.
Oh, 100%. It absolutely is. Doesn't help the because I live in something called an Arizona room, if you know what that's called. Like, if you know what that is.
No.
Um, okay, well, it's an addition to the house that I live in, after the house was already made, so it wasn't
Oh.
originally a part of the construction of the house.
Yeah, I get it.
So, it's oh my god, an Enderman spawned nearly in front of my cursor, just out of the blue. That was spooky. Anyway, so, um, right, so it's not considered a habitable space, legally speaking.
Yeah.
So there's no ventilation in this room. There's no insulation in this room. And to make matters worse, the door to this room,
I'm not
like from
going
the
to sleep.
backyard, huh?
I'm not going to sleep. I want to kill things. I want bones.
Fair enough.
Sorry.
So, no, you're all good. It's just I'm used to you doing that by now.
Going to sleep.
Yeah. Stop killing my wolf skeleton. Okay. So, the door to from the backyard to this room has no lock. So I am hyper paranoid every single time. Like throughout the night, especially, I'll just be constantly turning my head and looking at the door, half expecting to like see someone or something. Call
I'm
me
not
paranoid
laughing. No, no.
all
I'm not
you want.
laughing because of you. I'm laughing because I'm watching two skeletons fight each other.
Okay, that is always the funniest thing, genuinely.
They're
Just
both wearing helmets too.
that's even better. They're armored, so it's gonna take longer.
Where
I love
did
whenever that
they? Oh, there
happens.
they are.
So, it doesn't help because thing is, whenever I play horror games, uh, oh my god, that's a lot of zombies. Jesus. Oh my god, there's like three creepers around me. Why? Anyway, um, I believe in playing horror games in the dead of night.
That's the only time you do
So,
it.
yeah. And so, whenever I'm playing horror games, I'm constantly looking at that back door.
Looking over your shoulder.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, that's not even a joke.
Oh
Like, I
my
straight
gosh.
up look over my shoulder every single time. Ow. I despise armored skeletons. They are such a nuisance. You want to know a random World War One fact?
What? Sure.
Okay, so little interesting detail about World War One is that tanks were gendered. So female tanks had only machine guns. Male tanks had cannons.
Interesting.
Oh my god. A witch just hit me with poison. I'm on a singular heart and a dream. By the way, just out of curiosity, what's your level?
In Minecraft?
Yes.
12.
I know what level you are IRL.
Level 12. For XP. We both did die though.
I am a humble level 14. But anyway, back to the World War One fact. So tanks that had both types of weapons were classified as hermaphrodite tanks. It's so bizarre that people that design tanks are just like, let's give these tanks genders.
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
By the way, I don't think I've asked you this, but like, have you ever like questioned your gender before? Or are you like 100% firm in it? Because I have met some people that have thought about it.
I'm comfortable with who I am.
That is so good for you, genuinely.
Yes.
I've I've had a number of queer friends in my life and still do. And like so many of them, I just see them like in agony trying to identify what they are. And
Oh
I'm just
no.
over here just like, I am very firmly rooted in what I am as a person.
Yeah.
I'm never doubting it. Because I've been going by Scarlet for about 7.5 years now. Never changed my name. It's the very first name I picked.
Oh.
And then as for like my identity, I think the only thing about my identity I've kind of
Oh,
been like, huh.
a baby zombie.
Worst nightmare, those things. Um, the only thing that I've like discovered about myself is how I am romantically. Because like
Oh.
romantically, I feel like I'm pan.
Oh gosh, I gotta go. Yikes.
What?
I got blown up by a creeper, and then a zombie was coming up to me, and then there was also a skeleton nearby, and I gotta leave the area.
Completely
Oh my
valid.
gosh. I don't want to die.
Honestly, I really like the biome area I picked because it's really flat for the most part, so it's easy to run away from mobs. Ow. Ow. A creeper blew up. Now I have to fill that hole in. That's fun.
A creeper blew up and I ran away, so I don't know that I'll ever fill that hole in.
Wow. No, spider, don't force me to kill you. I don't like doing that. Oh, creeper.
I guess we could sleep.
Okay. I will try. Oh my god. I'm a skeleton shot a zombie, so the zombie's murdering that skeleton right now. Ooh, it's a good thing we're going to bed right now because my dog is on the verge of death. There we go. Ow, I got set on fire. That's awesome. On a good note, I collected a number of bones.
Nice.
You're nice.
Relax.
Relax, is that what you said?
Yes.
Why?
Just relax. Chill out.
I am. What do you mean? Honestly, I feel like that's just a thing I do. I have a tendency to like say the last thing someone said in their sentence back to them, even if it makes no sense. It's like a weird vocal tick I have, or stem, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna probably build a marker right by where like my home is at because it's underground.
I have way too much stuff in my inventory.
You should probably clear that up. I don't know, just a thought. How do you feel about crustaceans?
I don't feel anything about that. Am I
Rude.
supposed to?
Crustaceans are rad, dude.
Oh. Okay.
You
I
sounded
still don't feel
so
anything
unsure.
about that. Um, I yeah, I have way too much stuff in my inventory.
I need to get a trash can built. There you go. It's not great, but it's better than none. How do you feel about Pokemon?
I never really played it or like
Really?
watched it or like did any of that.
Huh. my partner is absolutely obsessed with Pokemon. It's a huge hyperfixation of theirs. They have like easily 8,000 cards.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool though.
Oh yeah, no, it's awesome. And me and them we own like copies of the Pokemon cartridges for Nintendo and such, like a DS.
Yeah.
I think I own Generation 4 all the way to like 7, I want to say. So, it's great. I love that franchise. Oh, I didn't have enough iron to make a full set of armor. Oh well. Better than nothing. My feet are unprotected.
Not the toe beans.
The dogs are out. Okay then. Oh, what? Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine then. I'm just now starting to copperify my home. I built like a little cover on top of the hole into the ground.
I'm gonna make another map.
Yeah, that's where you and I differ. I don't like exploring the overworld. I just stay underground my entire playthrough pretty much.
Why?
There's something about the claustrophobic spaces being comfortable.
I like mining, but I'd rather be looking at the overworld than to stare at blocks and stuff. I don't know. Like, I don't even have a house, like, most of the time. Like, I don't usually build. I'm more of an explorer and I like to mine, but eventually I'm gonna need to settle down and put my things. But, like, it's more of a base than it is a home. Like, I don't stay there. I'm not gonna spend my time there. I like doing things.
Yeah.
It's just a point for me to go back to. But there's been times in playthroughs where, like, I'm like, okay, I'm bored of this, and then I go to a different area and just restart. It's the equivalent of just starting a new world, though. So, like, you might as well just start over. A new world to explore.
Yeah, no, I'm very content just living a very sedentary lifestyle. I end up like mining out the entire surrounding area of all its resources. And I very intensely strip mine. Ugh. Sucks that Chris got too tired, but he said that he's trying to have a better sleep cycle, and I think that's lame, but whatever.
It's healthy to have a better sleep cycle, but
Ah, whatever.
okay.
I seldom sleep. I have like 2 to 4 hours of sleep a day. At most six. 6 hours. That is my limit. If I sleep more than that, I wake up exhausted.
Interesting. The last playthrough that I did with my friends at the other realm,
Hmm.
we had add-ons. We had the tree capitator, which is pretty cool, and we had a warp stone add-on.
I've
So
never really
traveling
played
was
that
cool.
before.
We should, not right now, but like after this, we could. There was also like
Yeah,
a really cool dragon thing that we found.
I love dragons.
And basically the dragon, wait, what is it called? I think it's called Dragonfire. Um there's a bunch of different variations of the dragons and you could basically find them and fly them and
Oh,
they drop scales and you could make swords out of the scales or armor and depending on the kind of dragon that it was it would have a certain effect on it. So like you could go really fast or you could the swords, like there was a sword that had a withering effect. So like a wither
ooh,
skeleton.
yeah.
That was really cool. I liked that dragon thing. We should do that.
I love dragons, so I really, really, I'm just, would I have to pay for it?
No, I don't think so.
No? Okay.
Because I would have it and it would be on the realm.
Okay.
So
Because,
everyone would
like,
be
I'm,
able to
I'm,
use it.
I'm game for everything. It's just, I'm so poor.
No, it's okay.
Okay. Awesome. In that case, yeah, I would love to do that. That sounds awesome. Dragons are among my favorite mythical creatures.
That's
Um,
awesome.
have you ever heard of the game Ark Survival Evolved at all?
No.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
honestly not much of a gamer, unfortunately. This is the game I play. And Roblox.
ooh,
And
ooh, I see.
Papa's Freezeria.
Ooh, ooh, okay, all right. So
What's
I
going on over
started.
there?
I just started caving,
Oh.
um, from my base because that's another reason why I like building an underground base is because I use it as like my mining center.
Yeah.
Like I branch off into different areas, and I just started mining down, and I start hearing skeletons, and then I'm like, why am I hearing that? And then I almost fell to my death into a cave system.
Oh no.
And then next thing you know, I see two skeletons just immediately lock eyes on me, and I'm like, okay, backing off now. So that's why you heard me sounding like I'm having difficulties on the toilet.
Yikes.
I'm just getting ready to go down there. I'll probably leave my dog, honestly, because I just got one dog. Question is, how do I safely get down there? Hmm. On a good note, if I do die down here, it's not the end of the world. It's literally right underneath my base. hear so many skeletons. But yeah, I've never played this game with any add-ons. I've seen them, but it's like, well, those cost money for me, so I'm good. Ow.
That's the nice thing about Realms is only one person needs it, and then everyone could play on it. You
Yeah,
would
no, that
probably just have to download it when you're prompted to when you're trying to join the realm, but it doesn't cost anything.
yeah, that's awesome. I'm fine with it. Okay, so I know you said you're not really much of a gamer, but like, do you look into other games? Like, do you watch like gameplay of games?
Um, kind of, yeah. Some
Okay.
games.
Have you ever heard of the game franchise called Dead Space?
No.
Okay. That is 100% one of my hyperfixations.
Okay.
I love that franchise, but I will say it's definitely not for the faint of heart. It is very graphic.
I'm more into Minecraft, and I was into Among Us for a while. That's kind of embarrassing to admit. Yes, Among Us.
Nah, I don't. I mean, if you think it's embarrassing, yeah, I guess that's okay. But
Kind of
like,
cringe.
I honestly, if you think it's cringe, that's you. But
It's a
like,
personal
if it makes
problem.
you happy, yeah, 100%. It is a personal problem. I don't really agree with that.
Yeah.
I think your interest is your interest.
Yeah.
Although I'm gonna have a very controversial opinion here. That gets thrown out the window with Fortnite.
Okay. What do you mean?
I do not like that game. And part of me judges people really hard that plays that game.
Oh gosh.
I don't voice it usually around people because like with that group of friends I told you about,
Yeah.
um, that had to leave, uh, a number of people in there like obsessively played it, and I'm like, I'm just gonna bite my tongue and not say anything.
Yikes. That was probably a red flag.
What do you
What
mean?
the heck? If you felt like you had to bite your tongue and not speak freely and just kind of silently judge them, that was probably a sign that you didn't belong there.
It probably was. Yeah, you're probably onto something. But that group of people, like we were very controversial, I guess, so to speak. Like
Interesting.
you ever heard the term like gamer talk or stuff like that, where like people will just say some of the craziest statements,
I guess so, yeah.
like slurs and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Weird.
Yeah, the whole group talked like that,
Yikes.
and like I honestly kind of enjoyed it because it was all jokes, like genuinely. But one day was very clearly not a joke, and I confronted them about it. And I'm like, "Yo, that's not cool." And the person like made it out to be like, "Oh, I'm targeting him because he's the only cis person in the group, and everyone else that says things like that isn't." And so I'm not confronting them. And I'm like, "Okay, that's not the case at all, but sure." I mean, like at that point when he said that, I told him that if you're just gonna like insult me and berate me and not actually have a adult conversation about like why I'm upset with you, I'm just not gonna give you the time of day. I'm just gonna stop talking to you.
Yeah.
And then not even like the next text, he does exactly that, and I honored what I said. I stopped responding to him and I blocked him.
It sucks that you have to get rid of a whole friendship or like a whole friend group rather than just one
Yeah,
person.
and what's really disheartening, Sorrow, is that like I actually had decent relationships with people there. At least I felt like I did, but
Yeah,
I guess I was horribly wrong because right after that incident, everyone just kind of ghosted me. And
that
like I would
hurts.
try and set up calls with them, like through because this was all on PlayStation, so I would start up party calls with them and they would just straight up ignore me and I could tell they were because like they were appearing online and I could see what they were doing and they're just playing games that we normally play together but just not giving
Without
me the
you.
time of day. Yeah. And then like someone I was especially close with or I thought I was, um he was starting to do that to me too and I was just like I basically was straight up with him. I was just like, "Yo, are we ever gonna like play again, or are you just gonna isolate me and just not talk to me ever again because of this whole stupid thing?" And all he did is on Xbox, I don't think you can do this, but don't quote me on this, but on PlayStation, uh, when you're in the text menu, you can react to messages with like emojis. He reacted to that message with a thumbs down and he did not elaborate. He didn't say anything else after that.
Interesting.
And I was just like, cool. And then I blocked him and I kicked him out of my life essentially. Because I had concluded at that point he's not gonna actually have a discussion with me about anything,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'm just, I'm just glad I finally got rid of that group. Like, it really hurt getting rid of them because like I knew them for approximately 3.5 years, I want to say.
That's a long time.
hmm And I honestly thought we were all homies, but I was horribly mistaken. Oh no, baby zombie. Oh no. Hang on. I'm in like a cave system. I'll get out. I'm just dealing with some zombies right now. Alright. I'm just gonna give myself multiple concussions.
I just got beat up out of bed.
I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh, there's another one coming. Hold on.
Alright.
I think there was a creeper behind me.
I'm sure it's fine.
Well, I didn't die.
Good.
I was trying to get a goat in a boat and it wouldn't go in. Kind
I
of
mean, would you?
disappointed, honestly.
Would you want to go on a boat?
I want a goat in a boat.
Okay, I guess that's fair.
Oh,
What?
a creeper exploded.
You know, sometimes I relate to the exploding creepers. Not sure why. I just do. Well, this was a lame cave. I mean, there's a lot of coal. Oh, there's some iron. Okay, that's fine then. I'll take what I can get. Do you know how to sew at all?
Kind of, yeah. I could sew a hole if I need to.
I really need to learn how to sew. All of my trench coats have so many issues involving like sewing. Multiple buttons
Oh no.
have straight up broken off, and like I keep the buttons in said coats, but like it's annoying
Yeah.
because they're all vintage. So like my oldest trench coat I own is like dated 1920 something.
What the heck? That's very, very old.
Yeah, and I actually brought it to a military surplus to get it identified,
Yeah.
and I was wearing it because I wear all my trench coats. I don't have them as decorative pieces. I use them. And the person that saw me, they were like, they kind of did a double check. Like they looked around and they were like, wait a minute, we sold that trench coat to someone. And I'm like, oh, so you know what it is? Like, I believe so. And then they started inspecting it when I took it off, and they're like, yeah, um, this is a officer's trench coat. And I'm like, oh, sick. And it was the very first trench coat my partner gave me, and that's what kind of started my journey into obsessively wearing trench coats.
That's sweet.
It's honestly a huge comfort thing, to be honest. Like originally, it was just because it made me feel very safe. Because at first, trench coats are quite heavy, like the vintage ones
Yeah.
that have like wool liners in them. They're like 6 to 8 pounds maybe, and like running around in like a full-on trench coat like that is exhausting, but it's also really comforting. It's like wearing a weighted blanket.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. And so I never dropped the habit. And I've been doing that since like 2020 roughly, 2009.
I hope you know all of your burps are being recorded.
Is that a bad thing?
No, but people could make a compilation of it.
I'm chill with that.
I
Matter
don't
of
know
fact,
that
I
I
encourage
am.
it.
Oh no.
Listen, I've got tummy issues and I'm
That's
constantly
relatable.
bloated. Okay.
That's not relatable though. Tummy issues,
Yeah.
relatable. Bloating, not.
You know what's really funny to think about? Apparently,
What?
bloating is normally an AFAB issue. So my own body is validating my gender, but like
Yeah.
in the least wanted way possible. I I have stomach issues in general, like not just IBS. Like I have a whole bunch of genetic health diseases in my mom's side of the family, and predominantly all the women have these issues. And guess what? It seems I've developed those issues. So like this is the one time I don't want my gender validated. Like, come on. I My partner tells me often that they're like, hot girls have tummy problems. And I'm like, okay, whatever you say.
It's true though.
Uh-huh. I'm not I'm not going to comment, okay? That's the most I'll do. Um, but one day I was having horrendous bloating issues, like more so than usual. Like I was in the fetal position
Oh
on the
no.
ground, and I decided to call up my mom just out of the blue. I called her and I'm like, Mom, why did you do this to me? And she's like, What do you mean? And I'm like, Why did you pass on these horrible stomach issues to me? And then she started laughing and she's like, Well, my mom passed it to me, so I passed it on to you from. And I'm like, Okay. And then I hung up on her and I called up my grandma and I did the same thing to her. And then she's like, Well, my mom gave it to me. And I'm like, Okay, give me her number. And she's like, Well, she's dead. And I'm like, okay, tell me the graveyard.
Oh no.
I want answers. My partner keeps on yelling at me to see a GI. Less, I can barely get by with money as it is. I know I need to see a GI. Also, that reminds me. You told me that you have like vision problems, right?
mm, yeah, I guess. I
How
did say
intense
that.
is your prescription, would you say?
I mean, before the issue, I could see perfectly fine without them. Now uh I need it if I want to see far away. So I went from like being able to see whatever I wanted to see to like a I think it's negative 1.5. It's not like the worst, but going from being able to see to this is bad.
Yeah, yeah. So I have a sister who is legally blind.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That sucks. I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah, when I was working at that carnival that I'm working at currently, I mean,
Yeah.
um I decided just out of the blue, because I used to be a brother, so I do brother things.
Yes.
I just snatched their glasses off their face and just put them on,
Oh
and
no.
I'm like, "Oh my God, I can count atoms."
Wow.
And then I handed them my glasses because yes, I wear glasses, if you know. Um, and their reaction was the same as mine, but because mine are so unmagnified, because thankfully my prescription is really, really light.
What is it?
I don't know the exact numbers. It's
Oh.
been a while, but all I know is that like I really don't need my glasses for the most part. Like I have issues seeing things from afar, and even then that bad. I can still make things.
Yeah, for me, I was able to see it from a pretty far distance to things at the store being blurry from like 5 feet away.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's bad.
Yeah. So
You're
anyway,
you're
I have glasses on the way.
what are they like? Oh, I just found another cave system. Look at me. Um, what are the shape of your glasses?
Mm, I think they're kind of like square or like rectangle. They
Mm.
actually they're like cat eye. I picked
Oh,
two pairs of glasses that kind of give cat eye.
nice.
Yes, that was the vibe, I guess. I'll send you pictures when they're here.
I would love to see them.
I also got colors that I thought would look good with my hair colors and what I plan to change it to.
Mm.
And also, like, I didn't want to dye my hair and then get glasses, like, stained. So I chose something colorful that I didn't think would be ruined by, like, sweat from hair color and stuff. Because I use semi
Mm.
permanent colors, so they, like, fade and wash out and stuff.
So, I deliberately wear glasses that are transparent. Like they have like no color
Yeah.
because I like my hair to dye my glasses. So every time I dye
Oh.
my hair, my glasses change color with my hair
Oh my
essentially.
gosh. Yeah, we chose different options for our issues. You accepted your issues, and I don't want to deal with the issues.
I personally love it. It's so nice.
I guess we should sleep.
Okay.
Actually, I don't think I can. There's a lot of mobs. I gotta get out of here.
With that attitude, you can't.
Hey,
No. I mean that in the most loving way possible.
that was an attack.
Oh, 100%.
How rude. And to think we were just becoming friends.
Yeah,
And to
it
think
was
I was
rude.
gonna. What? Wow.
Okay, this cave system actually seems promising. Oh lord, that is a lot of mobs. But thankfully, there's water keeping them away. I found a spawner. Oh, it's a zombie spawner. Eh, something. Let's see what you got. Ooh, there's a music disc in here. And a name tag. Beetroot seeds. Cool. Huh. And watermelon. Very nice. I have a zombie spawner directly under my house. That is not cash money. I am not dealing with
Oh
that.
no.
Mm. Are you perchance getting... Oh. That answers my question. Well, if you want resources and stuff...
It's fine, I set my spawn before dying.
Ah, okay, gotcha. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Oh, wow. That was quick. One of my copper stairs are already developing a patina. I just put that there. That's sick.
Anyways, I'm gonna act like that didn't happen.
What?
I'm gonna act like that did not happen.
What happened?
Exactly.
Oh, that is iron I didn't even see. I am so deaf. Shattered ankles, my favorite.
Okay.
Is it?
Not my house, not my problem.
You know, it is eerie that you said that. I say something very...
Wait, what?
Not my house, not my problem. Like, I say something pretty similar to that.
What do you say?
Not my monkeys, not my...
Yeah, that's a good saying, actually.
Another thing I like to say is just c'est la vie. Something my mom used to say, like, a lot. She still does say it a lot. You know what that means?
Nope.
It's French. It's such is life.
I see.
It's the French way of saying it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, so I know you like baking. What's like your favorite pastry to like make?
Mm. Honestly, I don't think I could properly answer that because I haven't made a lot of pastries. I make cakes and cupcakes and muffins and banana bread and stuff like that.
Hmm.
I've never
Okay.
made like cheesecake or like actual pastries or donuts or anything like that, but I want
But you.
to.
Oh, okay.
I think it'd be fun. I just haven't. Also, making cookies is fun, but that's like simple.
I've never made really anything like in terms of food stuff. Only done what my jobs had me do.
Yeah,
But like outside of that, like honestly, I've never.
your audio cut out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was saying that I'm not really about like cooking.
Oh, okay.
Like I've only done cooking because of like my jobs in my life.
Yeah.
Other than that, I've truthfully never been to Copper. Let's go.
Okay.
Listen, I love Copper.
It's giving Dory.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I will. Okay, this I highly doubt this will surprise you, but so you're gonna learn some lore about me.
Okay.
Um, or rather, anyone listening to this. So when I was younger, my mother, so my sister, my siblings, they're
Yeah.
all medicated for various reasons. My sister, asthma. My brother, he's severely autistic. Um, and I was the only kid not medicated, and this was during the time. Wow, this copper vein's gigantic. This was during the time where like there was like this huge stigma around like medicating your children,
Yeah.
and my mom was like, I don't want all my kids to be medicated. So she found out at some point that I have ADHD, which I think is kind of obvious, to be honest.
Yeah.
But she regrets this decision, but she decided to have me be unmedicated for ADHD.
Oh gosh.
So yeah, I have unmedicated ADHD, which I think is pretty apparent once you know me.
It's definitely an interesting thing to deal with. Personally, I don't have it, but I grew up around someone who did,
Hmm.
and they were always like misplacing things, but like getting
Yeah.
angry that they were doing it, and they would take their anger on their mother. So I was
What?
like, yeah. Basically, grown adult men like being becoming angry with their mother because they were misplacing things in her house that they shouldn't have been in. For free, might
That
I add.
that is so bizarre.
Yeah, but he actually, I do believe, was medicated for a while, but he
That's
still
even
had
worse.
his issues. I mean, obviously, the spectrum, but like at that point, I think it was also like anger issues and just like
Yeah,
being a dick about
um,
it.
like I completely, like 100%, I understand mental issues can influence an individual's like way of going about life, but at the end of the day, we are all, for the most part, fully capable of understanding right from wrong.
Yeah,
Because like thing is, believe it or not, this might actually surprise you or won't. Honestly, I don't know, but I actually have severe anger issues. Like I scare myself sometimes whenever it gets bad. but I have very strong control of it, so don't worry. Like, I highly doubt you'll ever see that part of me, and I hope you don't. Thankful, I really, really do. I really hope you
I
don't.
don't think that our friendship would ever even allow that.
What do you mean?
Like, in what way would we ever like anger each other in the point of
Oh, yeah, yeah,
like to
yeah.
the
I
point of
see.
you becoming that angry?
It does take a lot to really
Yeah.
irritate me, and let alone get angry. Um, like my partner, they've only seen that part of me like once, and it ended in them crying, and that was like probably one of the worst days of my life. I felt so afterward, and like, um, usually whenever I'm getting super angry or like I'm getting irritated, I just walk away from the situation so I calm down, and then afterwards I'm like way calmer, and I'm like, hey, like I have like a civil conversation after that. Like I've really, really, really matured since I was younger. I was a very violent child. But
Oh
yeah,
no, I left my bed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know where it is, but that's kind of far away.
What is up with all these copper veins being so big? I love it.
The updates.
Hmm?
The updates.
Oh, they made the copper veins bigger specifically?
No, they made everything bigger. Not diamonds, but
Oh,
like coal and iron and I guess copper and probably other things, but like they have big veins.
that's awesome. I'm loving it. Although I do not support McDonald's, so don't quote me there.
Okay. How will I survive in these dark times
What
without
do
a
you
bed?
mean? Oh, without a bed, right, right. But in terms of my ADHD, I 100% will misplace things so. And I don't get upset. It's just more of I'm kicking myself in the foot because I'm like, I just put this there and it's somehow gone. It's annoying to just like you're doing something and just suddenly objects just disappear. So annoying.
I don't relate to that, but I feel for you.
It's
Oh
the thought
gosh.
that counts, so I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Okay, I'm curious. Have you ever like walked into a room because you needed to do something, just literally anything, and by the time you walk into that room, your brain just goes blank?
Doesn't everyone have a moment like that every once in a while?
Yeah. No, no, that's an actual like phenomenon.
It's
Like
like being a
that's a
sim and
neurological.
having your action
You're
cancelled.
canceled. Yeah, 100%. It's exactly like that. Yeah, that's an actual neurological phenomenon that happens, and you know it's a good way to fix it.
What?
You just walk out the room because our brains, like, don't quote me on this because it's been a minute since I looked into this topic. Because I like doing deep dives on things about literally any topic. So I'm like a book of random knowledge, essentially. You could ask me about a random topic, and there's a good shot I might know something about it at least. But anyway, but it has something to do with how our brain like associates rooms with like different tasks and like different things in our
Yeah.
lives. When you walk into that room, your brain like starts like it like has like a hard reset when you walk into that room, so it forgets about the task that you were doing at the time. So oftentimes whenever I have that brain fart, I just walk out of the room and then my brain remembers. So
That's a
it's
good
fast.
tip. Thank you. Hopefully it works the next time it happens.
I
For
mean,
me,
it's been pretty effective for me, but then
I've never
again,
tried it.
it might not work for you or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love anything medical. It's so fascinating to me. I honestly don't know what medical field I want to work in. That's why I'm like, you know what? I'll just be a nurse because like it's just a very broad area overall. But yeah, I just think it's so cool.
Oh gosh.
Hmm.
Nothing.
You know, I was gonna leave you at it, but since you said nothing, I think it's very clearly something.
I didn't die or anything though.
Not yet.
Never.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, that was.
How do you feel about dinosaurs?
They're pretty cool.
Oh, a fellow dinosaur enjoyer?
Dinosaur chicken nuggets. The sigh.
If you were in front of me, I would bap you on the head right now.
That's kind of rude to be honest.
Uh-huh. That's the point.
I see.
Wait, you can see?
Yes.
I thought you needed glasses.
That doesn't mean I can't see.
Mm-hmm.
Just not all the way clearly sometimes. But that's why we have glasses.
I
Well,
guess.
I guess I could see things close up, but then the further they get, obviously I won't be able to see that. It'll be kind of blurry, you know?
Yeah, actually, I do know. I had to fight the urge to say no, I don't know. Like I am super like my brain is like so hardwired to just say like the exact opposite of something that someone's like like what you just did there where it's
Yeah,
like, and I'm just like I have an instinct to go, "No, I don't know."
but you do know.
I do know. Yeah, I'm not going to deny that. It's my partner, they like to say a lot of the time, I am the definition of impulsivity. Like I act on my impulsive thoughts so often. I'm trying better. It's just sometimes it's so hard, and I think it's because of the ADHD. And it's a whole ordeal to like get officially diagnosed for it again because like yes, I was diagnosed in school, but that didn't stay in my records. So I have to go through like a whole rigmarole to get diagnosed. Same thing with autism. It's annoying.
Do you
Oh,
need to sleep?
no.
Don't get grumpy about it towards me.
No, it's not towards you. Genuinely. I'm not. That's just how I talk sometimes. I'm sorry. I'm more or less like mentally tired. Physically, I'm good. I'm gonna be like once we call the end of our session, I'm probably just gonna work out for like a solid 30 minutes or so. Cause I've been really trying to keep up with that, especially since I have some downtime with working with my mom. All I know is that this week is gonna suck because we're closing it up.
Well, good luck with that.
I'm not looking forward to it, but the money should be good. Hopefully. You know, one of these days, I want to share my music playlist with you, just to see your thoughts on it.
Also, I realized yesterday that you asked me about my music taste, and I was like, I don't really listen to music. And then after that call, I was like, why didn't I tell him about Billie Eilish though? Why didn't I tell him about, or her? Sorry, I'm so sorry about
You're like,
Arctic Monkeys and stuff like that. Um, yeah. So I could actually share a playlist that I have with you that I made a while ago. I don't listen to
mm,
it as often as I used to, like when I made it, but
mhm.
it it's it's still nice to hear sometimes.
Yeah, I have just this one big playlist that's just a culmination of a bunch of songs I like, and honestly, I literally just named it. I don't know what to name this.
Oh
That is the name of it.
gosh.
Because I don't. I really don't. It covers so many genres.
I get it.
And it's because that's my music taste. It is so broad, except country. But like overall, it covers so many genres.
For me, I kind of make playlists for a certain vibe that I'm going for. Like
Hmm.
not just like a handful of songs that I like. It's more like I think these songs fit this vibe that I feel right now.
Hmm.
Yes.
Well, my playlist is kind of like that too, but like it's so bipolar. Like one minute you're listening to like a really upbeat, like positive song. Next moment it's one of the most depressing songs you'll ever hear in your life.
Yeah, I don't know that I like that. I don't want to listen to bipolar playlists.
I know.
When like I don't want whiplash from it. Like if I'm feeling something, I just want to feel it all and let it go. Like I don't want to hold on to it or
The
like
the the
have
only
it
like
pushed down.
the only kind of like playlist I have, because I have one other playlist that's like catered towards a specific vibe, is it's not even music that's in English. It's all Russian music
Interesting.
and German, French. I think there's Polish in there, but it's all like the same genre, just in a different towards the end of it. But for the most part, it's Russian. Have I mentioned to you that like I can actually kind of speak Russian to an extent?
No, but I kind of figured because of your like name on Discord.
Hmm. Ooh, wow! I just found a cave system because I was harvesting copper. So much copper, I love it. I mean, I could just share songs to you from the playlist that are like specifically a kind of vibe.
No, I don't mind. You could send me the whole one, the whole playlist, and I'll just listen
Are you sure?
to the extent that I could listen to it.
Okay.
Unless you want me to hear a specific song, then I guess you could mention it by name.
Hmm. I've been really listening a lot to like the best way I could describe it is like positive EDM, I guess. That's what I'm listening to right now, actually, as we speak. Oh my god! Oh, a creeper just jump scared me. Oh my god. I turn a corner from mining copper and a creeper just spawns, like not spawns, but like just appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It somehow didn't blow up. Christ. I am sealing this all off to take a breather. Anyway, um but like other than that EDM I'm talking about, I also discovered um a genre that I didn't know the name of, but like I listened to it a lot. I just didn't know what the specific genre was. It's called hyperpop. And like hyperpop is like I want to say it fits like the vibe of like mid 2000s to late 2000s kind of like pop music. And then I ended up finding out about like this really niche artist named Anaria, and I love her vibe so much. She's like pastel goth, and one of her songs is literally called Monster, and it's like heavy metal and then like pop at the same time. Like she changes genre mid song, and there's like one artist I know who does that, and his name is Kim Dracula.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's genuinely talented in my opinion to like switch genres like so seamlessly, like mid song.
Yeah.
It's jarring for sure. And like Anaria, she has like, okay, I don't know if you'll agree with me on this, but I am a sucker for women with deep voices, and Anaria kind of has that kind of voice, but it's so like jarring because of her appearance. She's like very pink, very shiny, like dolls everywhere. I love it. She's kind of my current obsession. I'm not gonna lie.
She sounds pretty interesting.
She is interesting. I love her. She's only got 4 songs.
I have finished my map.
Your second map?
Yeah.
I'm very proud of you.
I think it's bedtime.
Like IRL?
Yeah.
Oh, it's 2 a.m. I didn't even
Yeah.
realize.
I have an
I
appointment
did
in the
so much.
morning. You
I
did
got
so
like
much.
another. I did. I have 3.5 stacks of copper ingots and then 7 stacks of copper ore.
Nice.
Anyway, it was really nice talking to you. I enjoyed it.
I hope we can play a bit tomorrow. But I
Yeah,
did plan
I
on doing my hair.
ooh, I want to see your hair.
I'll take before and after pics.
I would love that.
Okay.
All right, well, good night. I hope you sleep well.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Bye. Oh my gosh, it started raining.